Look, y'all gonna say I'm glazing, man. Y'all gonna say I'm glazing, but look, bro. It can't be said enough. It can't fucking be said enough. I'm gonna drop F bomb. I'm gonna say it. It can't fucking be said enough. Trick Williams is a goddamn megastar, bro. He's a goddamn megastar. Now, I thought this is gonna happen. I thought this was gonna happen. In no realm of possibility that I think he was going to get over this quick. Did you hear that London crowd react to Trick Williams? Whoop that Trick. Whoop that. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Oh, no, 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 no. If you thought that was it, not only did he get that electric entrance in London, he beat Matt Cardona in his qualifying match. So now he's going to get to be in the number one contenders match, which I have a problem with that. I have a problem with WWE constantly putting two people who shouldn't be losing at this period of time against each other. I don't like that shit. But anyway, he beat Matt Cardona. And do you think that was it? No, 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 no. Then he stood tall at the end of the show after hitting Sami Zayn with the trick shot. God damn. God damn. Trick ain't waste no time. Trick, okay. Trick been there what? 3-4 weeks. Trick showed up backstage. He's interrupting stars that's supposed to be bigger than him. He came out. He told Sami Zayn, shut the fuck up. You're bitching too much. I'm Trick Willie. I'm taking your spot. You old news. I'm new news. He showed up, told Randy Orton, I'm Trick Willie. I respect you, but I'm coming for your spot. Trick Williams, Trick and A coming for your spot. Got RKO'd, but you know what else happened after that? Randy Orton pointed at him. He said, I like you. He got the rub from Randy. Now, Trick then came out, got over with the crowd, beat Matt Cardona, stood tall at the end of the show, and he's getting to be in the number one contenders match, which I'm pretty damn certain he's not going to win. But him being in the match itself is a huge step. And I'm gonna tell y'all what else, man, because I listen to all y'all, man. When those of y'all who talk to me, those of y'all who ride with me, I ride with y'all. So you never know when you if you watch my show, if you subscribe to my long short shows here on the Crimson Mass Show channel, if you subscribe to my shorts on Crimson Mass Pro Wrestling, you know I will bring what you guys say to me. If it's riveting, if it's relevant, if y'all say something to me in the comments or anything, I will bring it to this show. I will talk about you on this show. Not in a negative way, but in a way to keep up the conversation and to give you props for being a supporter. Now, I was talking to somebody in the comments to my Trick Williams video being a breakout star over on TikTok. And he was saying that, Oba Femi is probably going to get over too. Now, let me tell you, let me tell you my opinions on Oba Femi versus Trick Williams, which it don't got to be an adversarial thing at all. It could be both of them could succeed. There's room for both of them. And I'm going to tell y'all who there's no more room for in a second. Trick Williams, Oba Femi. Oba Femi has the size, he has the look, he has the moveset, he has the in-ring chops, which I could tell you right now, if I had to decide who has better in-ring abilities between Oba Femi and Trick Williams, I probably have to lean Oba because the formula to Oba is pretty simple. It's the same type of formula you get from guys like Roman, you get from guys like this version of Brock Lesnar. Don't say the original Brock Lesnar because the original Brock Lesnar was doing all kinds of shit. But this version of Brock Lesnar, power guy. I'm gonna hit you, boom, 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 boom. I'm indestructible, blah, 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 blah. Trick Williams is more of like really, and I feel like the comparison is lazy because they both tall black dudes with dreads that use the bookend. Booker T. Tell man, Booker T was not in the ring doing one-winged angels and tope suicidas and all that. He was not doing all that. Booker T was just go in, do the moves, do the taunts, all that shit. That was Booker T. So I feel like that's a good comparison. But the thing that's going to separate Trick Williams and Oba Femi is that Trick Williams might have a top 1% mic skills. I shit you not. I don't even think this is the fully defined, the fully refined version of Trick Williams on the microphone. Trick Williams could get better. I still think, believe it or not, I still think Trick Williams is working through the nerves when he cut promos on SmackDown because he'll stumble a little bit there, but he's so good on the microphone that he could bounce right back. So that's what separates Trick and Oba Femi. Now, here's another thing, and I'm gonna be completely honest. The African gimmick does not have a long shelf life in WWE. It doesn't. If you look back on history, what you end up saying is that these guys that come in and they have the African accent, the accent within the first few years is gone. It's gone. Kofi Kingston had a Jamaican accent. That shit ran its course. It's gone. Apollo Crews didn't have the accent. Then he started doing the accent. And then that shit ran its course and he stopped doing the accent. I don't know if you guys watched NXT long enough, you will see that the way Oba Femi talks, that is not the way he talks. Like, and my boy Petey Stunt said he don't never want to hear that shit again. Well, Petey Stunt, I got news for you. You gonna hear that shit again because they've not finna have Oba Femi run with no African accent his whole career when that ain't his regular accent. I'm sorry to tell you. That's not gonna happen. Oba Femi is gonna come in. He's gonna have the African accent. He's gonna say, "You do not want to match with me. I am the ruler." He's gonna do all that shit, and then a year down the line, 2 years down the line, he's gonna be like, "I'm Oba Femi. You can't challenge me. I am great." Like it's just gonna slowly fade away, and he's gonna be just doing his regular professional accent. And Trick ain't gotta change. Trick is gonna always stay the same. Trick is just gonna keep riding. So I feel like that's what separates them. Is that Trick Williams got the gift of gab. Oba Femi will be hard pressed to reach the level of Trick Williams on the microphone. I'm sorry. That's just the truth of it. Another thing, and this is a side note, man. And y'all, I know my WWE fans. I know probably the most of my audience. You know, I'm not even gonna say that, man. Scratch that, because I hate to say this, man. If this hurt y'all feelings, I'm sorry. AEW fans is more loyal to shit like my content and other people's content, like that do this shit. They more loyal than WWE fans. I'm sorry to say, they more loyal to their own brand. Like, I'm gonna be honest. So what I'm about to say is probably gonna piss off my WWE people. But Montez Ford might as well go ahead, pack his shit up, man, and go ahead and move on to AEW, man. He might as well pack his shit up and move to Jacksonville, dog. He might as well pack his shit up. Because now now the African NXT is starting to rise up to the main roster. I hate to say it, and I'm not one of them, Triple H is racist. I'm not one of them people, but if you have so many people doing the same shit that you're doing, there won't be room for you to be the best version of yourself. If you have, Jey Uso, Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes, Javon Evans, take those 4 people, right? Now, when you take all 4 of those wrestlers, what do you need Montez Ford for? Because they were talking about him getting a singles run. And every time they talked about it, he's disappeared from TV and he's come back. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know where the Street Profits are. I don't know what they're doing with the Street Profits. According to the dirt sheets, they're not injured. So I don't know what's going on. It seemed like they were going towards a breakup and they're going to get solo runs. I think I've all but lost hope for that shit. I've all but lost hope for it. Montez Ford, if done right, could be as big of, if not bigger, of a star in AEW than Swerve Strickland. And a lot of people, now my AEW people, they not going to want to agree with that right now because Montez Ford is not currently in AEW. So it's basically me saying putting a WWE guy over an AEW guy. But this is not that. This is also me remembering a couple years ago how one of the producers in AEW said himself that if Montez Ford got the opportunity, he would be one of the biggest stars in pro wrestling. That's not me saying that. That's somebody who works for AEW that said that. So, and I agree with it. The thing with him in WWE is that now I feel like he's been backed into two corners. Two corners. And it's supposed to be about Trey Williams, but it didn't span off into Montez Ford. Whatever. He can either keep being a tag team wrestler with Angelo Dawkins, and they could struggle to win tag team titles, or they could let him go solo, and his gimmick will have to be almost like a religious zealot type. Because what I've noticed, he start cutting promos where he'll be like, "I pray to the Lord," like because I feel like those are the only two lanes he could go right now. He can't go. I'm sorry, he can't go with the cocky black GQ wrestler because now you got four different people doing some version of Montez Ford. Like you got Javon Evans, high flying, Montez Ford, which Montez Ford at one point was the high flying athletic black guy. Then you got Trick Williams, you know, Trick Williams fucking looks like $1 million. You know, he represents the culture. Now him and Montez Ford, that would be doing too much. It wouldn't be doing too much for me, but I'm just talking about in the space of two people having similar characters. Then you got, who else did I mention? You got Carmelo Hayes. That's two guys who comes out looking like $1 million. And unlike Montez Ford, Carmelo Hayes has already won. That's a damn shame. That's a damn shame. Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams have already had more success than Montez Ford. Let me repeat that. Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams have already had more success than Montez Ford. Because at the end of the day, what does Montez Ford have next to his name? A couple of tag team championship wins. We talking about between Trick Williams and between Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes, they got multiple NXT champion reigns, North American championship reigns, a TNA championship reign, and now US title championship reign. And Trick Williams is getting a number one contenders match. Like, it's sad actually. And I'm sorry, man, but if I was in Montez Ford's position, I understand his wife is one of the biggest stars in WWE. I understand that, but you know what? So is Rhea Ripley, and her man is in AEW. So if I was Montez Ford, honestly, I'll have a talk with Bianca, and I'll be like, look, I need to go do this over here, because it's going to be what's best for our family in the long run. Like, do not just sit there and let them play in your fucking face, Montez, and sit there and just, not give you storylines worthy of your character and your abilities, bro. There's already ready-made shit in AEW for you. I already thought of the storylines of AEW. I already thought about you showing up being the newest member of the Hurt Business or the Hurt Syndicate or whatever. You're going to hurt people. Take your ass over there and hurt people.